Hey ZJ, welcome in, brother. Just gonna finish up a few of these opals. Very nice. I'm doing well. Hi, the one and only. Welcome in. Hi, silly vanilla. I got 5 that I'm trying to finish up. And I'm starting on 1,000 grit, and then 1,500 and 2,000 grit. And then if I got time, I'll sit here and buff them. This one, unfortunately, still has a little bit of sand right there, and about right there. Oh well. This one's got some webbing in it. It's got some blues and greens in there. Like glitchy gamer. But I shouldn't do that. Sure, you don't know. Hope you're doing good, buddy. Hey, Miss Shelly. Hope you're doing well. Right now, you don't know. It's 1,000 grit. And then I got 1,500, 2,000, and then, yeah, if I got time, I'll polish them. Whoop whoop. You finally made it. Hey, Carly. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, it takes a little bit of time. But I got a wheel out in the shed, and that's how I rough out the stones. And then I'll do all the final sanding and polishing by hand. Well, not the polishing part. I finally got a Dremel. But yeah, the final touches on the sanding. Yeah, it's opal, Shelly. Australian opal. If it'll focus. This one isn't showing up well on the camera, but except for maybe a little bit right there. It's blues, greens, but it's got a nice good flash of red all across it. It's not very bright, but still, color's color. Yes, it's an opal, Aussie opal, Lightning Ridge opal. Of course you do. Everybody wants one. Nikki wants some. Gemini wants some. You want some. You gotta know who I'm targeting. But you can see already just by the 1,000 grit hand polish or hand pre polish. Oh, there's a little bit of red. Everybody wants some, exactly. And this one, it should be bright enough all on its own before I even start. It's got some nice blues right there. Nice. Yeah, that'd be a crystal one. Again, there's a little bit of a sand inclusion right there on this side. But once you set it in something, you probably won't even see it. Yeah, the yellow part's probably the skin shining through. There's no yellow in it. It's just blue. And a little bit of purple. And then right there, that's just the light coming out. Here, let me take it out of the light a little bit. And then this one's just got greens. And a sand spot right in the middle. Hopefully that'll come out. Yule. Yule. Okay. Appreciate that. Sorry for screwing up your name. Yeah, I don't think that little sand spot right there is going to come out. Oh, still pretty. Hey, Real Odds and Even. How's it going, bud? I'm doing fabulous. Yeah, it is a little bit. You gotta focus on one thing at a time. And it is very soothing. Thank you. Man, it's not worth too much, but it's still nice looking. Sure, you don't know. Hey, Mike, how you doing? Appreciate you stopping by. I appreciate it. There you go. You guys can go connect to everybody else if you want. But yeah, these are Australian opals from Lightning Ridge, which means they're sedimentary and not volcanic. So more stable. There we go. There's a nice blue. And then the green. Camera really doesn't show it, but on that angle, it goes across at a diagonal. Hey, Sir Excellent, how you doing, man? Thank you for stopping by. Yep, I pretty much got the same thing. My bad, Mike. I was trying to hit Sir X a lot. But yeah, I've got a wheel outside. It's for roughing out pieces and not really fine detail work. Mm, there's one of my favorite patterns. You guys see that right there? Chaff pattern. So I saved this piece, even if it's got sand in it. I don't care. Yeah, I'd say that one looks ready to buff. On to the next one. I got weak nails. What are you talking about? I don't have to eat them. They just peel off. You like my grub nubs? My nose pickers? Exactly right, sir. Hey B3, how you doing? I'm finishing up some Australian opal. I wish my camera would show, but this one's got blues and greens in it. Like, especially at that angle. You can really see the blue. Hey Wanderlust, how's it going? Oh yeah, it's my favorite rock. Yeah, I don't play with synthetic, Corey. That stuff is yucky and people get ripped off because they think it's real opal and then they go to invest in it and it's synthetic. Too many stories. Exactly. That's build apart. That ain't making nothing. Yeah, Sir X-Lite, you got a point. Basics is where it's at. Woohoo! Well, I do a little metalworking. It's just I'm not very good at it. But this I've been doing for the last 7, 8 years now. So I'm better at this. I like my rocks. Oh, most definitely big three. There you go. You can actually see some more of that red right there, which is one of the rarest colors. So it's more valuable. And this one I would probably say it's a 1 in brightness. So still not a very valuable stone, but it's still nice. Make you a little ring stone or something out of it. Oh, that's nice, Mike. Very. Thank you. My favorite gem so far is put up. And it's like a toss up between three of them. I got two clamshell fossils that got opalized, and then my kingstone so far, which is the most expensive piece that I have. Eventually, Mike, like I said, I'm not too great at the silver smithing yet, so I haven't tried setting any of my opals yet because I don't want to break them. But I do have a couple practice pieces that I'm working on so I can try to set them, which they're just potch pieces, but it's still fucking, it's still opal, same structure. It's just it's colorless, so it doesn't matter if I break it or not. Yeah, so there you go, nice pre-polish on it. True to Australia, exactly right. Otherwise, I won't be having these. But out of this set, I think these two pieces are my favorite. What do I stick on the rod with? Oh, you mean the toothpick? The makeshift opstick, that's jeweler's wax, green wax. It's not too hard to put them on, but it's not too hard to take them off either. Yeah, usually with earrings, Mike, you gotta have two that matching set, like matching patterns and stuff. Especially like the high end stuff. If you can find a match in the high end stuff, you got it made. This stuff is still, I don't know. It's not exactly low tier, but it's not exactly high tier. I'm in the middle. Yeah, Corey, it's harder than candle wax. This stuff will burn you. And don't wipe it off until it hardens. Looks like the face still needs a little bit more. Stick and burn. Yeah, but usually you heat up the wax, you heat up your stone. Try not to heat your stone up too much, just enough for the wax to grab it. And then as it's cooling, you work it back and forth with your fingers, making sure your gem piece is still nice and flat for you. See, like if I run that across, it doesn't change on the top because that's the top. It doesn't really change on the bottom either because I've already done the bottom on this one. And yeah, just to get them off, you just put them in the freezer and they pop right off. No, don't worry, Corey. I was flabbergasted when I first seen it too. And this is cerium oxide. Probably should be mixed up a little bit better. Hold on. Uh, that's pretty much how they're making a true synthetic mic. Some guy in his backyard figured out the process to make opal. I haven't really watched it or anything, so I don't really know. But yeah, most of it's all nature. But it's concentrated silica spheres. And then over time, they went in the holes and layers and cracks in the earth. And then it sat there and got compressed for a few million years and turned into what we see now. Nice opal. But it's not a gemstone because it's silica based. There's no crystal structure. There's just a bunch of balls in a line stacked up. Yeah, like I said, a few years ago, somebody figured that out, Corey. But before then, all you had was synthetic, fake synthetic. Because a true synthetic is the same compound as what you're trying to create. Now, watch your ears because this part's probably going to be a little bit loud. And then I'm using a felt tip on the Dremel. Thank you, Sir Axelat. He's got it. He knows. Yeah, putting the opal in the Dremel, you usually, that's like the cheating way to cut. Yeah, you can see this one's like sanded up real bad. But it has that nice chaff pattern in there, so I wanted to keep it for myself. Edges look nice and shiny. We ain't all perfect, Mike. That's pretty good for what I needed it for. I just bought it for the buffing because I was tired of doing this shit by hand. Because it takes a while to buff them, especially that good. You can see the definition of my ring light. That would have taken like, I don't know, 45 minutes to an hour doing it back and forth on a felt pad. Thank you, Sir X-Lot. Appreciate that. It's actually showing up a little bit better after the buffing. So, but yeah, all that purple is actually blue. And then you got a little bit of green, like I said, following that little crack, or not crack, that little webbing line that follows up. We just ain't showing it on the camera. But yeah, the power on this, it's a Dremel light. I'm only using the first speed on it, and it's doing great. Yeah, it's put up though. I got a uh, pretty much a display case that I keep all my opals in, but it's put up right at the moment. Oh, that'd break it out for you. Or actually, you should be able to go see it on my first live, Corey, if you really want to see it. Appreciate it, Corey. Actually, if you want to go follow somebody else, you can do it. Like Sir Rex, like he does a lot of different racks, hence the name. This one's a nice little bit of crystal with a blue color on it, and just a hint of that chaff pattern right there on the edge. But yeah, nice polish. The edge and shoulders are polished. Not too shabby. Yeah, it does. Yeah, you can find opals on the what is it, on the surface, Mike, but it's pretty rare. Yeah, we got two mines of opals now here in the North Americas, or three, if you consider, Mexican opal, even though that's not really opal. So I don't know. It depends on where you were, Mike. But yeah, there's a opal field over in I think it's Nevada, the Spencer Mine opal. And most of that is like tree limb cast and stuff. This opal comes mainly from an ocean, pretty much the ancient artesian basin over in Australia. It's one of the most valuable if you get a nice P score. And I would say it's probably one of the more stable ones, but you get different opinions from different opal cutters. I just happen to like these ones. And I've never had one, just spontaneously crack and break on me either. And they won't ever change color like in water or oils. Because it's like 98% silica, where everything else, all the other different opals, are anywhere from 75 to 85% silica. So the other 15 to 20% or 25% is water. So they change colors, and sometimes they can crack on you. And I'm pretty sure there's opal on every continent. It's just not all of it is precious opal. Like I think it's Brazil has green or pink opal, and all it is, it looks like potch. No color to it besides that. I think the biggest piece of opal was, I don't know. I don't remember the size, but I know there's a lot of fossils in opal. But no, you're not just gonna find a big old boulder of opal most of the time. Go look up Pulitzer Opal. He's got a matrix opal that he nicknamed the Cannonball. I think that's like one of the bigger pieces that I've seen. And then Justin, that Black Opal Direct, has a nice big chunk of matrix opal as well. And unfortunately, that little sand spot right there in the center wouldn't come out. So that devalues it a little bit. Yeah, opal is mostly used in jewelry. Yeah, and that last piece. Here, I'll use the other end of this. Right there's a sand spot. And it's deep enough to where if I try to go any deeper, I'll end up losing all this color. And that's what usually happens on a lot of opals, or you'll get the webbing, like along here if the camera would focus. Come on. But you see there's like a webbing right there. And then all through it looks like spider webs. That's just potch mixed in with the precious opal. No. And then like this one, there's sand right there, and right there, But again, this one's got the chaff pattern in it, so I'm keeping it for myself. I don't care. I don't mind the sand spots. I'm not gonna try to sell it. But this one I could sell. Nice little crystal blue opal. Probably what, a 0.2, maybe 0.3 of a carat. Well, like I said, this one's probably the more valuable one. Well, it's a toss up between the chat pattern and this one. Because the chat pattern one, it's got sand spots, but it's got a bright pattern. This one is red, but it's like a very dull one in the brightness scale. And that one would be obviously the biggest one. But these two, I would say these ones are the best ones because there's no sand spots really in them. What, this one? Sticking to the left? Or are you talking about that one? This one's got the brightest one. And I wish my camera would show it better because that chaff pattern is great looking. Like you can barely see the blues right there, but in life, with my own eyes, it's green. And it's way more defined than what my camera's showing. And I think these two, yeah, I think it was those two come from the same stone. It's just this one got flipped over. Appreciate the 13 likes and the 5 people that are watching. I hope y'all have a wonderful day. I'll give you guys a minute to say bye to each other if you want while I put stuff up. ASMR. Yeah. I really don't like the ASMR videos. I'm sorry. Sure, you don't know. Appreciate you stopping by and staying with me. Appreciate all y'all watching. Show them off one more time. Yeah, there you go. I can just barely get the green chaff pattern. I wish this one would show up better. Yeah, that's one of my favorite things about the opal cord. As you move it, the more it plays around. Especially on some of the high quality opals. Yeah, it does. With this ring light, I can go from oop, wrong mode. This is a blue light, so it'll probably help show out the blue more and the green. But as you see that purple? That's not in there. That's not in the opal. And then this one should be a yellow light. So it actually might show the reds a little more. Yeah, you see? Now you can actually see the red now. But you're supposed to look at it in a warm light, which has this. And this color is supposed to represent, like standing out in the sun. And this is more closely akin to what I'm seeing with my own eyes. But yes, people play tricks with their lights and their opals, and people get pissed off when they buy something that looks way better than what they got. And yeah, you're supposed to view opal with indirect sunlight. So not direct sunlight, but like if you walk underneath a tree or something, or put your back to the sun and then look at it, that's what you're supposed to represent your price and how much it's worth and all that, the brightness. Yeah, this one's a nice little crystal. And this one would be considered probably a white opal because it's not see through, but it's nice and clean. I don't have this one, would probably be a dark opal or still a light, but the patch is a little bit gray. And then you got black opal, which I've got a few of those put up, but those are the more rare ones. Black opal is one of the rarest. But all right, I've been going for an hour. I appreciate y'all stopping by. Peace and much love, y'all. Appreciate it. Have a good one.